Welcome to the Huddle Sports Network, where we're breaking boundaries and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before. Imagine tuning into real-time discussions, expert analyses, and fan interactions all at your fingertips. Each platform offers a unique experience, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. We're not just sharing stories, we're creating a community of passionate sports enthusiasts. Join us as we dive deep into the evolution of podcasting, where every episode is a chance to engage, debate, and celebrate the world of sports. This is where your voice matters and the game never stops. Welcome to the Huddle Sports Network, where we're breaking boundaries and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before, where sports passion meets podcasting brilliance. I'm Mike, the Bear fan, and alongside Bill, the Packer fan, and our buddy Ken Catalone, we're bringing you an incredible lineup of 38 diverse podcasters. Each one brings their unique flavor to the table, covering everything from game analysis to behind-the-scenes stories. Imagine diving deep into the minds of experts who live and breathe football, sharing insights that you won't find anywhere else.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to WCFL DolFans Talk. Hope everyone's having a good night. It's a little bit dreary out, so it's a sleepy night here in Brooksville. Let's go ahead and bring on my co-host, Mr. Dolphin Winters.
What's going on, Paul? How are you today, my brother?
Hey, the good Lord gave me another day, so I'm good.
Absolutely.
Let's bring on the young man, Mr. Ethan Stepp.
What's going on?
What's going on, Ethan?
Just a snow day. It wasn't too bad. Got off work today, so I've been chilling.
Snow day. What the hell's a snow day?
I don't like all the snow, man.
A little bit of snow and you cry about it and stay home.
It's too cold, man. I can't do it. I'd rather be out and about.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just go out and about.
With the people around here, they can't drive when it snows. So, I mean, I ain't even going to risk going out.
I understand that. I understand where you're coming from.
Yes, sir.
I mean, the last time I was in North Carolina, there was snow up there. One of the last times.
We haven't got much of it lately, but I mean, this was a decent one. I mean, it's starting to really melt today, so I don't know if we'll have the day off tomorrow, but it was good to have Monday off so I can have a short week.
Yeah, I bet you like that.
Always. Take it where you can get it.
Mr. Winters, you?
It's the warmest day of the week right now, and it's going to feel like a freezer the next 3 days. So I enjoyed today because I'm not looking forward to working in tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday below. I say it'll feel like 10 degrees up here or less.
Well, Jerry's here and he dropped back out. I hope he'll be back.
Right.
I'll tell my story in a little bit. So we finally got rid of our special teams coch. And
Y'all been happy. I've been sitting there and calling that for a minute.
That's what I'm saying.
Like the last 3-4 years.
Terrible, man. I'm so glad we got rid of him.
I thought of every single person that said, "Why is the special teams coach still here?" Well, you can't say that no more.
One show we sat here, I remember every single one of us said, we got to get rid of the special teams coordinator. And like the first year of our show, and it never happened. And finally, here we are. 2 years later, it happened. Like, God, it's crazy. And then, like, the Wes Welker, getting rid of him, I kind of expected it because, I mean, if you have Tyreek and Waddle and they're going under 1,000 yards, I mean, you got to look at both those guys. I mean, they're both guys that would get 1,000 yards every single year, and this year they don't get it. And, I mean, unfortunately, he was just a casualty of that.
Right.
Yeah, so who's going to take their place? Let me see.
Question.
I know I just seen an article about whose possibility of taking Crossman's place.
And also, Wes Walker got fired also this weekend, too.
Yeah.
And the only problem with that is, rumor has it that he might be joining Mike Vrabel up in New England, and that could be a nightmare scenario all over again. We'll talk about that later after you sit there and bring up who else. But yeah.
If you want to talk about Variable, I'm waiting for this to pull up.
So over the weekend, Mike Vrabel is the brand new head coach of the New England Patriots. And just a few days ago, I was searching through YouTube and the internet, and they actually interviewed a New England player. And they said, rumor has it that, Vrabel might be the new head coach. And the player looked and he said, listen, I played for Vrabel up in Tennessee. I will say this, all this stuff that's going on in this locker room or whatever, none of that's happening anymore. I can promise you that it will be a shape up or ship out type of mentality, because he is not going to tolerate it.
He's a great coach. I mean, you can see. I mean, he did well in Tennessee when he had his guys, and I mean, towards the end they struggled. His tenure in Tennessee, but I mean, before then they were constant playoff contenders. I mean, they're in the playoffs every year.
I'm gonna say this. New England can be right back to what they used to be with this young kid at quarterback. They have over $130 million to spend. They have 13 draft picks, 4 of them in the top 50. That's going to be a problem, which the one pick is in the top 5. They got the 4th pick. So with that being said, it's going to be very scary, and we need to get and rumor has it that Brian Flores might have sat there and interviewed for the Jets coaching job also. So we might have to worry about that too, and hypothetically speaking, we might have to worry about Weaver maybe getting a head coaching job, maybe with the Jets or somebody like that. We don't know.
No, you don't. And you got to look at it this way with the Patriots situation. I mean, with them having a top 5 pick, all right, say that something happens, they get Travis Hunter, bring him in, and they still have $130 million to spend in free agency. You could go get like T. Higgins, who's going to be available. So they could possibly add 2 elite wide receivers, and then you're going to have Drake May, who, I mean, of course, everybody knows I'm a Carolina Tar Heels fan. I watched him all throughout college. He's a dog. Right. He is a dog. So I mean, they easily after this year could be straight back into playoff contention every year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just something you got to look at as a Dolphins fan. I mean, are we going to be able to have the defense to be able to cover them guys? Are we going to be able to stop them? Are we going to be able to outscore them?
Yeah.
Vrabel's going to give that mentality where it's going to be strong. I mean, they're going to be hard playing. They're going to be in your face.
Mm-hmm. We saw what happened with us a couple years ago in the Tennessee Titans game, and we saw what happened with that.
Yep, sure did.
And then the Jets. I mean, and like you said, if the Jets hire Flores, and we got to go against Flores twice a year.
And he knows defense, and he plays defense really well. And I can tell you right now, he will be a thorn in our side. He'll be like, oh, I know exactly what to do against y'all.
All right, and then say if Flores don't get it, Weaver gets it twice a year. Weaver knows all about our guys. He's gonna be able to work in and out of our guys, and they're gonna be able to score on. It's really frustrating. It's something to look at because I mean,
we sat here and talked about it for a minute ago, and now is the time. We said a couple years. We only had a couple years. Well, that's that second year of talking about the door closing. That door is quietly shutting real slow. And if we don't get our act together, we could easily be in last place next season in the AFC East, depending on what type of moves we make and seeing what the mentality of this organization. Being late for practices and that's just inexcusable. Certain things are inexcusable. And you cried about Flores being a coach or being a hard ass, but then McDaniel was sitting there treating everything or whatever is going on. You're not treating it the way it needs to be treated. Yeah. So,
there's no excuse as a coach of a professional organization or a player of a professional organization allowing being late as a coach or being late as a player. I mean, that's ridiculous.
What's up, Scotty? Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Scotty.
Here are some names that for possibility of special teams coach. First one is Ben Jacobs, a former NFL linebacker who played extensively on special teams before joining the coaching ranks as the assistant special teams coordinator of the Carolina Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy Springer. The Patriots hired Springer to be their special teams coordinator in 2024 after he spent 2 seasons as the assistant special teams coordinator with the Rams. In his first season in New England, the team excelled in that phase.
Right.
Tom Quinn. Like Springer, Quinn joined Mayo's staff in New England in 24, but the Patriots' assistant special teams coordinator has a lot more experience. Chris Banjo. There he is.
Yeah, what's up, man? What's going on now?
Not too much. Just driving, still working, just driving down the road here. Hands free, so we're good.
There you go.
The next one is Chris Banjo. Banjo is not far removed from his time playing in the NFL, so he'd be a risky hire, but an ambitious one. On the East, Barwell. Barwell spent the last 3 seasons as the Jacksonville Jaguars special teams coordinator and 3 years before that in the same position with the Buffalo Bills. That's all I have.
Well, I mean, we'll see. I mean, the way I look at it is this: nobody knows right now what the Miami Dolphins are doing, but I hope they are looking at what these other 3 teams in our division are going to be doing. Because I can tell you right now, adding Vrabel to the New England Patriots coaching staff with a defense that's already somewhat, and they got to just fill in a couple things. They just got to fill some things in here and there. They don't really got to fix much. They just got to do a couple tweaks. Rumor that Josh McDaniels might be coming back up there to be the offensive coordinator. You know, these are things that, even though these are our rivals, you have to pay attention, because even within our own organization, if we don't fix things, if we don't get it together, we are going to be a laughingstock. I'm looking at the schedule, and it is not sweet at all. It's not.
No, it's not. I mean, and you got to look. Like we said earlier, with the Patriots, if they're going hard in free agency, and we're not, they're going to get somebody making trades something, we're in trouble. I mean, from the jump, because the Patriots could jump us and go to that number 2 spot, and the Jets, depending on who they hire as the head coach, they could go hard. And then and we're going to be behind. I mean, we're already a step behind, I think, but we'll see.
No, I agree with you, Ethan. We are a step behind right now.
And you know that Patriots defense they're gonna draft. Vrabel's a heck of a defensive coordinator. That defense is gonna be stout. So I just don't know how well. I'm not a big believer in Josh McDaniels. He hasn't done anything since Tom Brady was around. I think he ran off his coattail, just like Belichick did.
There's possibility, a draft prospect for us. Texas O-line Kelvin Blanks Jr. from Texas.
I don't know much about him, but I heard offensive line, so I was like, might be something we need.
That's the big one.
If he is a guard, we need guards.
Yeah, he was a left tackle, wasn't he? 78 on Texas. I mean, he had a lot of pancakes in the game there against Ohio State, but he didn't. He did pretty good. But we need guards, like Ethan said.
Big time. I mean, come on now. I mean, Eichenberg is one of them, and I'm looking at him like, how does he still have a job?
Yesterday morning, Ethan, I already said I'm going to go out for the team.
Please do, Paul. I mean, we need somebody that, I mean, I think you could block better than Eichenberg.
I mean, I'm 6'4".
Put me in, coach.
Literally. I mean, they're going to have open tryouts for offensive line or something, because, golly, anybody can be better than that guy.
What?
I said, if anything, you'd be an obstacle. You'd have to run around.
Wife's trying to be funny. If anything, I'd be an obstacle. They'd have to run around. Yeah. Then there's a little story which I didn't even bother reading because it says Javon Holland's fine with staying or he's fine with leaving. Well, he ain't staying because we ain't gonna keep him.
No, we don't. In my personal opinion, I don't want him back. It's just that's me. I like seeing him progress the years, but he really struggled this year, and I don't want to have to overpay for somebody that might not perform like he did the first 2-3 years.
Mm-hmm.
I just think I don't know.
I know. My whole feeling is I hope he just doesn't go to a rival, and that's what my gut feeling tells me. That he'll go to a rival within the division and decide to start showing his ass. That's what I got a funny feeling.
He'll end up going to the Patriots. Watch.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Because he's a free agent now. He doesn't have a contract with us.
You know, Vrabel's gonna sit there and he's gonna say he knows the Dolphins. I mean, could we use a safety? Maybe. Let's go get him.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's something to look at, man. I mean, our division is looking scary again. I mean, it could be, it could be an uphill battle to make the playoffs if we don't do what we're supposed to in free agency or the draft. So Greer better step up.
Yeah, we shall see. That's I know, like Johnny O always says, you got to just wait and see.
Yep.
What it comes down to, like
It's like this article that angle of it, and I'm like, and my answer is hell yes. But the question of this article is, can Mike McDaniel be tougher on his players? Hell yes.
Yeah, he's got a lot of room for improvement on that.
You know, I just don't see him changing. He hasn't changed the things he knew he had to change. Why would he start changing anything else now?
Right.
Well, he's going to have to change because he's on the hot seat. And then if you get too hard on the players, are they going to quit on him now? You know, he's on the hot seat. He knows he's got some serious pressure now. What do? You try to tighten the belt a little tighter, but you get too tight, these guys are going to just give up on him.
And the seat's hot. The seat's really hot.
They give up on him, then they need to just start cutting them.
Well, I mean, that's going to be tough to cut him with the cap. Like I said, if they quit on him, you're going to know in the first 4 or 5 weeks that McDaniels is gone.
Yeah.
If we're not at least 500 by week 6 or even a little better than that, he's gone.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, and I have a feeling with Holland's is gonna use us as bait. He's going to try to get as much, try to keep getting to go up even higher, even the Patriots. Try to go there, get a big contract, try to get us to to pay him. And I don't know.
We're not going to pay him. He didn't do anything to prove he needs to stay.
Absolutely, I wouldn't pay him. I mean, he was maybe mid pack of the safeties at best. I would sign Poyer before I'd sign Holland again, and that's bad.
Well, we need to extend Phillips. We need to extend Sealer. We need to really have a happy retirement for Armstead.
Right.
And we need Tyrell or we need Dotson back. That's one guy we can't lose.
Yeah. I saw Armstead's Instagram today. The way he was talking on his post, I feel like he's really leaning towards retirement. I can't remember exactly what he said, but I was reading, this guy's retiring. But I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, I love the guy. I love his play, but what good is it when you're only in there 1/3 or 1/3 of the time?
Yeah, I mean he's a great player when he's healthy, but it's just down the stretch in the past couple of years, it's been really hard for him to stay healthy.
Yeah.
So I see where you're coming from.
I mean, if there was a way to cut his salary and kick it down the road a little bit, not much, but get him to play for like half of what his minimum is, or find a way to do bonuses or something if you play so many games, and then get him back in the locker room to help, to coach, Paul, and if you get a left tackle or a guard, that would be nice to have just because of the experience. And then, another one's like Campbell. We got to find a way to bring him back.
Right.
Yeah. I have a feeling Campbell's coming back if Weaver's there. We're going to have to pay him a little bit more than league minimum. He was $1 million or $2 million a year for this past year.
He got paid $2 million last year, which is a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, we definitely need to bring him back. more in that, but we got to clear some cap space.
We got to see if he wants to come back. He's got a lot of decision making to make. First, thinking about his body, his mental health, his physical health, and his family, and all that. And then, does he want to sit there and go through the whole process again? Because he kind of sat there and said that in his press conference. In other words, he said it in his own way. I'm just interpreting like that's a long thing. All-season training camp, then you got to go through this spring camp, off-season training camp, then training camp, then preseason games. Then he doesn't know if he wants to go through that again. So it's that it's a who's who of what he wants to do. Would we love to have him back? Hell yeah, I would love to have that man back on our team. But he would be trying to go for his 19th season, which is that's uncalled for a man in his position and in the position he plays in too.
What's up, Johnny O?
What's up, everybody? How are you?
All right, brother. How are you, man?
Just finished work. On my way back to the office.
All right.
I got a little story here for everyone, but first up, before I go, Johnny and Derek, you know Jeff Foxworthy, and here's his sign. Here's your sign.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I got my hoodie on, my Dolphin shirt on. I'm standing out by my truck. Guy in the car is like, "Hey, is that your truck?" "Yes, sir." "So you're a Dolphins fan?" I said, "No, sir. I like what I'm wearing. I love the truck. Here's your sign."
Oh, yeah. Dude, I'm sure Winners gets it. I gets it all the time when Jersey. They're like, "You're a Dolphins fan?" I'm like, "Yeah." Well, I'm wearing the jacket, the shirt. Everything I have is Dolphins shirt.
No, it's so funny. I laugh. I crack up. I'm like, what do y'all think?
I understand it. People, you're wearing a shirt. Okay. Some people, may not actually be a Dolphins fan. They just like the shirt or something. But I'm standing there with the truck, and I said the truck is mine. Why have I have the truck?
Yeah, that's wild.
Listen, you can't fix stupid no matter how big of the hammer you have.
Right.
That's
Hey,
right.
Dolphin winners. Now back to Campbell. Would you allow him, if he wanted to go back to return, would you allow him to do somewhat of training camp on his own and perform, or like that company perform out of Miami, kind of work out on his own? Would you allow something like that? Would you be in for that?
I mean, if they could figure something out, I wouldn't mind it. Yo, Shake, what's going on, Shake?
What up, Shay?
Hey, I've said before, I would love to give Campbell $2 million for 1 year. Tell him he only has to play when we need him. He's not going to play, 70% of the snaps or whatever. We're only going to rotate him in when we need him, but pay him as a player coach. Let him do both.
And there's some bonus money out there too for him if he gets so many sacks or something.
Oh, yeah. But sign him to like a base contract. If you're a player coach, you're going to dress, but you're not going to play unless you have to. We're not going to abuse your body because of the age, but we need your experience and your veteran leadership to talk to the younger guys and help them.
What you got to say, Shake?
Oh no! At least to be fair to the guy who asked you the question, you never know. You could have bought it. You could have bought the truck at a cheap price. You just haven't gotten around to painting it. You never know.
With the Dolphin jersey on, Shake, come on. He got the Dolphin shirt. He got the Dolphin shit on. He wearing Dolphin shit. So let's think about that for a second. I don't know.
He didn't say that. He just said I was standing there with my Dolphin truck. I didn't hear him say he was. He had on a Dolphin.
I said I had my Dolphin hoodie on.
And that could also be like a rhetorical question. Oh, so you're a Dolphins fan, huh? So
yeah, I get that all the time. That's the funniest part.
Yeah, it's just rhetorical. I don't know what they're supposed. I'm saying. I think that's just like a way to start the conversation.
Yeah, because I've already had people ask me, "Who are you rooting in the playoffs?" I say DOE. They like DOE. I said Dolphins over everybody. I don't root for other teams. I root for my team. That's it.
Well, I'm rooting for who am I rooting for? Baltimore this weekend.
Who they go against? Kansas City?
No,
Buffalo.
They got Buffalo.
Oh man, in Buffalo.
listen. Yeah, Buffalo losing. Buffalo losing is my Super Bowl.
Right. Hey,
Say this.
what did you guys think of that catch from Ty Johnson, though?
That was one hell of a catch.
Oh, it was a great catch.
And you know that you want to know something awesome? He's literally from my local town here in the small town of Cumberland, Maryland. It is phenomenal. Like, it's crazy.
That is cool.
He's coming back to do a football camp here. The guy's so down to earth, such a good dude. Best third down back in the NFL, and they barely used the guy. Who knows if he's even going to be in Buffalo next year? I would love to have him down in Miami. 4.3 speed. Do we need him? Probably not, but still, yeah, like McDaniel likes his race cars.
Well, shit. Remember, wait a minute. Everybody forgot. We still got Taj. We still got Taj Washington, and they had him sit out the whole season, so we still got him.
Yeah. You know, this is what I don't understand. You know, that you got these guys that are sitting out, some of them healthy scratch every game. Why do we even have them on the roster then?
Yeah, there's a lot of
You're still paying them a bunch of money and they're not in the practice squad. You know, it's dead cap if you think about it, because we're not paying them to do nothing.
Wish I could find that job. Get paid to do nothing.
Yeah. I'm with you
Let me know
on
what it is.
Ethan, you're too young to even think about that.
You ain't even started working yet.
Hey, man, if doing nothing, I get paid for doing nothing, I'd be the best there was at it. I'm telling you.
Johnny, you're still working, right?
I just finished, yeah.
Oh, I'm still driving home. I'm still on the clock. I get to be on the podcast and still get paid.
Well, I still got to drive home, but I just got back to the office to drop the car off. So
I got a vehicle I get to take home and everything, which is nice for me.
now I got a 40-minute drive home. So
Yeah.
hey, listen, it is what it is. I make money. I make my own hours. That's how I can go to all the games. So I'm not complaining.
Yeah, you can't beat that. You can't beat that part. You make your own hours. There you go, right there.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, no, I make my own schedule. If I want to work 2 days in a week, I work 2. If I want to work 7, I can work 7.
that's good right there.
Mm-hmm.
So when football season's over, I work more. Football season starts, I work a lot less. What's up, brother? Yeah. Okay, cool.
What was that, Shake?
I was say that's a nice job. What do you do? What do you do? OnlyFans?
If it was OnlyFans, brother, I'd have a lot more money, and I definitely wouldn't have to work 7 days a week.
If it was OnlyFans, Johnny, you'd be paying them to watch you.
Shit, if I could stay home and get paid, absolutely.
Well, see, I make my own schedule too. I work when I want to and don't work when I don't want to.
Oh, I thought you were retired.
He is.
Oh,
He's retired. I still work around the house, though.
That's good. Got to keep busy.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying
I'm not trying to put you in a wheelchair anytime soon.
I don't want to be there anytime soon.
We ain't
He's
gonna let you.
already got a chair stuck to his ass.
I cannot believe how small that thing was. Like I said, Jason got the book bag. I gave him the book bag. He asked if we wanted it. I'm like, none of them stuff fits me anyways. I'm too wide in the shoulders. It doesn't matter for me. So
I mean, that wasn't even an adult-sized chair.
it looked like a kid's chair. And then your look about it too was just hilarious. They literally should have went and got you a bigger chair just because you're Papa Paul and you're 7 foot tall.
Well, I mean, it doesn't even go to the back of my knees or anything when you sit down into it. It's barely comes to the end of my ass.
That's funny as shit. That's fucking comical.
Oh my!
The Dolphins bought the cheapest chairs they could find.
And put dolphin symbols right on it.
Well, it's like someone said they bought the $7 chair from Academy Sports or whatever, and just slapped the Dolphins logo on it.
Yep.
There you go.
It's like
They
the
got-
backpack. They bought a $7 backpack and a $1 patch and had somebody iron it on.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, they got that from China. I ordered a whole bunch, got them for $5 to $7, and shipped them over here and wrote them off for $100.
The cheapest they can get.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll just end up letting my granddaughter have it.
That's even better too. Then she can have it for the next 30, 40 years.
yeah.
Hey, speaking of which, Papa Paul, how do you fly in the air? Do you fly comfortably in an airplane?
It depends. I mean, I usually get up against the window and I just lean up against the window and fall asleep. So, an airplane seat has more room than that chair does.
Not on Spirit.
And them airplane seats are tight.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
I like the emergency section on Southwest, or that, or up in the very front row.
Well, yeah, Southwest, I'm usually up in the very front row.
I got the emergency seat on JetBlue a couple weeks ago, and it wasn't bad. I had a pretty good leg room.
Yeah, the front row on Southwest, you got more than enough leg room to stretch your legs out and then some.
Yeah, the first 2 rows of Spirit are like that because it's just 2 big seats, so there's plenty of room. But I don't often pay for them because they're more money.
Now I know on United they have different sections, and when we flew out to Houston, I got upgraded to the midsection, which actually gave me more leg room, which I was comfortable on that. But on the way home, I was back in the back with the wife, and yeah, my knees were right up against the chair and stuff.
That's funny because on the way
Yeah,
to
Paul, I
Houston,
was trying to.
there.
Well, I was thinking about coming down your way for the 19th. I was looking at some flights already. I told the wife, I said we can go down and finish up our house hunting and drive down to see you from Jacksonville area. I mean, I don't mind driving. Man, the flights are like $500 just down and back. I'm like, the rates must have went through the roof.
Must have.
Hey, Paul, when is the yard sale for the Dolphins?
It's usually the first Saturday of the full week of training camp.
Okay.
Which, or you have Members Day, usually the first one. They usually have 2 days of it.
Okay. All right, I was just wondering. My dad was asking me today, and I didn't know, so I figured you would know.
What's he looking for?
I don't know exactly what he's looking for. I'll ask him, and I'll shoot you a message.
Yeah, because I'm always there, Adam.
All right, I'll shoot you a message tonight after I talk to him.
I mean, last year I went in and got 90% 3X. There was some 4X, even some 2X, which wasn't supposed to be over there. But I got a bag full of stuff for $45. That you can get a bag and fill it up for $45 of 3X, 4X, and 5X.
That's really good.
Oh man, that'd be great.
Yeah,
I need big boy size.
My brother wears 3X, so it's kind of hard to find a bunch of stuff for a decent price. That's pretty dang good.
Well, I got some stuff I'll send you for them.
Okay, all right.
I still got because I got duplicates of some things and stuff.
Okay.
But I mean, some of the stuff, not even half of it was well over $1,000 worth of retail pricing.
Wow.
Oh hell yeah! Those shirts you send me retail $100 a piece.
That's awesome.
But I mean, I got a couple jackets in there that are like $300-$400.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen some of them you had there. They're sweet. That's why I said I want to come down, or if I'm still in the moving process or something like that, I'll pay you to pick me up something. I definitely want to do training camp this year.
Yeah, I'll shoot you a message, Paul, tonight.
Yeah, no problem. I might be asleep. I'll answer you tomorrow.
That's fine, man. No rush. No rush. We got time. We got time, man.
I mean, 6 hours of driving today, and I'm tired.
Ooh, that's a lot of driving.
You got me beat today, Paul. I had a little over 5.
6, that's
I
all?
I drove to the East Coast and back.
6 hours. That's a short day for me.
Wah, wah, wah.
So I said I'm not too worried about driving down from Jacksonville to see him on that, for the 19th. I drive at least 300 miles a day, so kind of used to it.
It's a lot of driving.
Oh yeah, the van drives itself when on some mornings without coffee. It already knows where it's going. It just put on cruise and it just takes off.
Dang right. I hear you. I hear you on that.
Just jump on the old interstate and just let her do its thing.
That's right.
Well, I need a Tesla, so then I can be hands free. Just put my sunglasses on and go to sleep.
There you go. Do whatever you need to. Hit the podcast anytime you want.
Yeah.
Okay, if we get rid of Hill and Smythe, do you think we'll be drafting a tight end?
They probably would have to because I don't think you can go out and sign another one because you're already paying John O. So,
Right.
Not to mention,
Yeah, I would
Smythe
say-
is, I think Smythe has a couple of more years on his contract. They renewed him last year.
Yeah.
Smythe wouldn't be too bad. Yes, he's there, and then Smith's there, but
Yeah, we
maybe
gotta
later round.
Julian
Later
Hill.
round.
I like the tight end from Texas, Helm.
Yes, he's good. He's a baller.
He's a good all-around tight end, blocking, running, receiving.
Do you
don't
think
know.
you think McCarthy goes anywhere now that he's a free agent coach?
I don't think he'll go anywhere where he's a head coach. I think he might be able to pick up maybe a coordinator position or something like that. I just don't think.
Nah, he's probably going to take a year off.
And
That's definitely a thing that could happen. Yeah.
yeah, I do see that possibly. That's what I was thinking. What do you think? John Gruden comes back?
If he allows him to. He's been under a lot of scrutiny and a lot of stuff that he's done. So I don't know.
A lot of stupid stuff.
I don't think anybody will go out and get him. I mean, just because, like you said, the scrutiny he's been under and stuff like that. I mean, you don't want to.
Anybody would want him.
Hey, don't know if it's true or not, but I heard yesterday that the Spain game is us against Washington.
Oh wow!
Don't know if it's true. Don't run around. I'm just telling you what I heard.
I would love to go see JD play. That was
You
a
know what?
game last night.
Another game I could see it possibly being is Tampa.
I know it's going to be one of our home games, so it'll be considered a home game for us because we're supposed to have 9 home games this year, but we're only getting tickets for 8.
Supposedly, it's the fins and the skins.
Well, I'm going to tell everyone Johnny O said it.
Nothing's 100% yet. Just telling you what I heard.
I'm telling everybody that's what it is. It came straight from the man himself, Johnny O.
Nope.
Who else do we want to see leave the team?
Most of what's on that list.
Hickenberg's my number one.
What do you think is the fan club game going to be?
Well, that we got to wait for the schedule to come out so that Mark and Scott and those guys will pick which game they want to do at home. So,
Right.
fan club weekend is picked by Mark and Scott, so they do that.
And it'll probably be closer towards like October too, because it's a lot cooler.
Well, they always do it in usually the end of October to beginning of November, depending. They do it as early as the middle of October.
Yeah, the game they picked this year was awesome. It was awesome weather. The game they picked this year.
Bad thing. Yeah, everything was great. That was because I came down for the Cardinals game. Yeah, like I said, the only bad thing is that we lost. The Bo Camper thing was cool, meeting Bo Camper himself and all that, and just the meetups the whole week. I mean, I only came down that Friday, stayed Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but that was cool. And we all should try to get together, like the first season opener. Like they did this past year. They did it at the Hard Rock and all that. That was pretty cool. And all the legends giving all the free stuff away. They did that. I mean, you had to buy tickets, but it was only like $30 or whatever. It might have been more than that. It might have been like 50 tops, but it was all you could drink and everything. It was a great time.
That was awesome.
That was neat. That was really fun.
See, I was going to go to the Pro Bowl meet and greet that Allie's doing and all, but they originally were going to do it at Castaways or Hideaway, which wasn't going to cost anything. Now they're doing it someplace that's $50 a head or $75 at the door, and I just can't swing that right now.
Yeah, that's little.
I mean, I love my sister Allie, but I wish they would have kept it at the Hideaway.
Right.
Did it just get too big because there's too many people coming? They had to change the venue for size, or do we know?
I have no idea, to be honest. I haven't talked to her.
Yeah, I was thinking about coming down, but there ain't even any Dolphins guys. It's like, I want to come down and see Dolphins guys. It's either do that or do training camp. I'm like, I might as well do training camp. I got to come down training camp and drive Papa Paul's truck and then buy it off of him.
What you offering?
I don't know what you let me go for.
I've got close to 30,000 into it.
Oh, I'm sure.
It looks awesome, man.
And I'll even throw in the new carpet.
Dang.
It's got new.
Just supercharge it for me, and then we'll make a deal for 50. I'll sign my life away when I buy that new house. I'll make sure I add some money on that. Tell the wife I'm redoing the kitchen and or redoing some of the house, and end up buying a truck. Like, here's your upgrade. She gonna love that.
Yeah, you'll be sleeping in the doghouse then.
Yeah, wouldn't be the first time. That's married life. It's up and down. It's like a roller coaster. At the end of the day, you make it work.
Yep. Just remember that, Ethan.
Yes, sir.
And they're always right. Just let you know they're always right. You can't win that battle. You might, once you get married, you've been married so long, you try to say you're the boss, but it just doesn't work out.
That's
they're
right.
always right.
You just say yes, dear, and then you go do what you want to do.
That's right. I got 36 and a half years in. I ain't never been right once.
And either before you get married, buy all your play toys and get your Miami Dolphins season tickets first, because then
That's right.
I'll have you guys know, at my house, I run things. I run the dishwasher. I run the vacuum. I run the lawnmower.
You run your mouth. That's why Shake jumps on here, because he can't talk like this when he's home.
His wife's got him locked down.
Yep.
And he's only been married for 6 months.
Hell, that's supposed to be the honeymoon stage. Fish don't get away with almost murder.
Well, we've been together for 12 years before that, so.
Oh, it just piece of paper don't change anything then.
Only for taxes.
Right.
That's about it. The way we're going, it ain't even really that much helping. I just need a couple more kids. I'm gonna be better.
Go get busy.
I'm too old. She's too old for that. We can't have any more, unfortunately.
I don't want any more.
Oh, I would definitely adopt a child that's in need for sure. Absolutely.
Well, that's a different story.
No,
Yeah,
mine are all grown up, and I get to go to Dolphins games now. I don't want to anymore.
Yeah, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission.
Exactly. I took it on the wife the other night, and I said, the only thing you can't take from me is my season ticket. She goes, "Why is that?" I said, "Because they're not my name. They're in Jason's name." But I did that smart.
Is Jason single?
No, he's married, so yeah.
That one could take him away from both of you.
She's a Cowboy fan. She don't want nothing to do with it. She never even comes down to the games.
Oh, she would if we were playing the Cowboys.
Yeah, I think they were going to go down. We were supposed to, and then it didn't end up being a home game or something. I thought when they were going to play them the one year.
Yeah, when we played them Christmas Eve.
Yeah, and they couldn't go for Christmas because Austin and the whole family, everybody was flying up.
That was a fun game to watch.
Right?
I was on my cruise with a bunch of Cowboys fans in the sports bar. It was rough.
Oh.
Yeah, I was disappointed on the Magic, Carnival Magic, not having a sports bar anymore.
Yeah, that's rough. I mean, and then the casino gets too crowded because like this summer I was trying to watch the College Baseball World Series and it was so packed around the bar it was hard to get a seat and be able to enjoy the game. So
you can only stand in one spot for so long.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to sit there all day unless it's a Dolphins game. Like I stayed and I watched. I think when I was on the Sunrise in December, I sat there probably from a little before lunch until the game, which was like at 4 something. So it was rough having to sit there all day, but I had to have a seat for the Dolphins game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I was on there last summer, and they got rid of it. They had it wasn't really a sports bar, but it had TVs, and it was I mean, I guess you could consider it, but they got rid of it.
The Magic.
A lot of carnival ships are starting to phase out the sports bars for some reason. I don't know why.
That's terrible.
Yeah, they put it
probably
TV.
People are drinking too much with their drinking package.
Yeah.
Well, they're just putting more TVs around some of the bars, the casino bars.
Yeah, they want you in there. They keep giving me rates now to something. I'm like, I'm not.
See, I didn't mind it. Like when I was on a celebrity cruise, I was sitting at the Texas Hold'em table, and it was right down in front of the bar with where all the TVs were. So that was fine for me. Play my cards, watch the game at the same time.
But yeah, Carnival's one of the only ships now. Like your credit card that you put on file for your room, and like if you don't have like the meal package and all that stuff, you can actually attach that stuff to your room, like in the casino, and that could get dangerous. This time we went, I was like, oh my goodness. That's why I brought cash. I brought like 1,000 cash. I was like, no way. I was shocked. No wonder people go off there and they're chasing them off the boat, trying to get their money.
Yeah, MSC does the same thing. You can get put your credit card and charge it to your room at the casino.
How are they legally allowed to do that? Because if you go to any other casino in the United States, most of the time you can't use a credit card. It has to be something that
Once they get
because they're in international waters.
Well, it's not
an
only
international
that.
charge.
What's that?
They're charging you. First of all, they're charging you like it's something you bought on Carnival.
Right.
Oh, So they're not actually. They're just saying like they're just putting it as like entertainment purposes. They're not actually saying casino.
Exactly.
Yeah, like literally when you swipe, like I remember going like and checking my charges on my card when I would go back to my room, it would just be like Carnival Entertainment or Carnival Casino Entertainment or something.
It's entertainment is what it's listed as. Yeah.
Yeah, mine kept coming up like fun shops and stuff like that. Like I thought I had like the wife wanted like a cinnamon roll and like I wanted a cookie or something at the time. It wasn't part of that. We had the big meal package, all the drinks, everything. We're like, oh, okay, that should be good. Damn cupcake and a cake was like $15. I'm like, holy moly!
Yep.
But all the milkshakes and the beers was good. So,
well, if you have the drink package, the milkshakes and the beer and the coffees are all included.
Yeah. We were still rookies on that. Like the first year we went, we didn't realize you could have shots and everything. And then the last, like 2 nights ago, I drank like 30 shots. I was like, let's get it. She got it, but I drank hers too.
Yep.
By the way, what's the fan cruise, Johnny?
What's that?
Aren't you doing a fan cruise?
Yeah, March. Yep. We're doing
Where's that going, John?
Mexico. Four ports, different parts of Mexico.
One of them will probably be Cozumel, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite ports. I went there twice now. I love it there.
I'm tired of Cozumel. I've been there so many damn times.
You got to go off. You got to go. The one place is called Mr. Sancho's. It is so cool. It's off the beaten path. It's not part of like cruises or anything. You bought a private party and you just run a taxi cab over $15. It's like $40 all you can drink and food and everything. Like it's
Dan Burke, Dan Burke, what's up, my brother?
Bert Stimmer said he must have just got out of work or something.
Yep. Yep, he did.
So if we let go, if Holland goes somewhere to go get his payday, then
Around at the gym, he probably got out of work.
So if we lose Holland and we don't re-sign Poyer, do we have anybody that could step up, or are we going to still have to draft a free agent for that? Do we have anybody that could go in there?
Nope.
They got to go to the draft or free agency one.
So we need safeties. We need 2 guards.
Unless they move Ramsey to safety.
That would be interesting because he has dropped back a step. That would be interesting. Let him be a ball hawk, but I don't know.
Well, we only have a couple more minutes, guys. Shaky, what you got this week, Shake?
No,
Do you guys hear me?
I'm gonna do draft time.
You there, winners? Oh, he left.
We lost him.
You got nothing this week, he said, Shake?
Yeah, just a draft time on Friday. I'm gonna on the Fins tailgate.
Okay. I'll probably pop on again.
Shake, you and Winter should start doing a show together. You could call it Shake and Bake.
There he is. You back, winners?
Yeah, I lost sound, and I got a call. I had a call come in, lost sound, and then I was like, "Can you guys hear me?" And I couldn't hear nothing.
We heard you.
And you just missed my joke.
Oh shucks.
I said, Shake and you should start a show together, a podcast, and call it Shake and Bake.
Shake and bake. I like that.
That's good.
We could do a wrestling show called Shake and Bake.
Yeah. Speaking of which, after the Super Bowl, I'm gonna start doing some wrestling shows. on the Fins tailgate.
Oh, let me know, bro. Please let me know. You know that's my lane.
I'm definitely a big wrestling fan as well.
Oh yeah. It's funny. I think the funniest part right now in the WWE is everybody's talking about Hogan being booed on Netflix more than the wrestling show itself, and that was the funniest part. Because I mean, I told people, I said, if you know the background of Hogan, you just know Hogan. You know, and wrestling fans are not dumb; they're very smart. So I tell people, you know, I've been following Hogan. I was a Hogan fan until I discovered Ric Flair, and then I was a Ric Flair fan right from the door. But Flair told you what he was right from the gate. So
Shake, how do I follow your podcast? The Dolphins tailgate thing. How do I get? Where is that at? Like, what's it called? So I can start looking at it and watching you.
It's called the Fins tailgate. Yeah, the FIN Fins, and then put tailgate.
Okay, is that on YouTube, or do you have like? Can we do it like I'm on Facebook now, or do you
It's
have
on YouTube.
YouTube? Okay.
Yeah, if you look me up on Friends with Papa Paul, it's Anthony Shake Felico, FELICO. That's my Facebook. I'll put the link there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll add you here once we get off.
Yeah.
I need you because I know you're the cap man. You know whose contract's what, so I gotta. That's
Tom. That's Tom.
Oh, that's Tom. Okay.
Tom knows
Yeah,
all
Tom knows it.
the accounts. Okay.
Not only is he the cap guy, but he could get with some good jerseys.
Yes, he will.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised he wasn't on today.
You said he makes jerseys and stuff, or he can get them.
He gets them for everyone.
Oh, he can get them.
As a matter of fact, he made my high school jersey.
I need to get with him then. I'd like to get an all orange Dolphins jersey.
All my Papa Paul jerseys come from Tom.
Okay.
Yep. All my Johnny O jerseys come from Tom.
How do you wash those guys without getting the letters wrinkled?
Hand wash them.
I throw them right in the washer, take them out, and hang them up.
Okay, so don't put them in the dryer. That's the secret, right?
Yeah, I don't put mine in the dryer. I wash them, I take them out, and hang them up.
I put mine in the dryer, and it hasn't wrinkled them at all. I mean, I've hung dried them, and plus I dried them in the dryer. I've done them both ways.
Now my stitch ones, yeah, I'll hang them, but yeah, the non-stitch ones, like the dryer, normally gets too hot unless you can turn the heat down.
These are all stitched ones. I don't have the heat on high. I have the heat on medium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tom's jerseys are all stitched. I mean, you could probably get the ones that are non-stitched for cheaper, but his stitched jerseys are like $55, $60.
That's a steal.
Yeah.
And there's people that look at them believe they're authentic jerseys too.
Yeah, I want a Chop Robinson. I want to get one bad and try to get him to sign it.
Shit, I think I have probably 12 jerseys in my closet, all from Tom.
I'm the same way.
Paul, send me over his info too if you get a chance, so I can add him too, his last name and everything too, so I can add him on Facebook and then reach out to him.
I will.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep. Okay, brothers, sisters, it's time to say goodbye.
Yeah, it's been a good show. Definitely. I always appreciate doing the show with you guys. And we're on Wednesday night, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right.
What time Wednesday?
8 p.m. Wednesday.
Okay, 8 p.m. Perfect. Yeah, it was a pleasure, guys, again tonight. Really appreciate it. Paul, fins up. Everybody fins up. Paul gets some rest after all that driving today.
Definitely. Guys, see you guys Wednesday. Thanks to everybody that tuned in.